Yeah, sorry about that with the cold. My nose was starting to run, which is not good for camera. So, and the last one was the mediate. Yeah, do I need to mediate with people to make these things happen? Whether I'm climbing this mountain today, yeah, I need to mediate between the myselves, if you like, the one that wants to just go and do it, and the ones who wants to pack the bag and make all the details, and the one who wants to make it entertaining, and mediate with the mediator to make sure it all happens peacefully. Then, as far as going to Mount Everest base camp at the end of the year, not to the top, just the base camp. Just to be clear on that. Then, do I need to mediate with people? Yeah, because there's other people involved with this. If I just decided, took my controller out and said, I'm going to do this regardless, then there'd possibly be trouble. If I just didn't consider the details and just went on saying it was going to be fun, as an entertainer, part of me would, that'd be detrimental to the project as well. So all my four selves are involved here, and I have to consider the four selves of other people, the points of view, the points of view of the controller, perfection, entertain and mediate. Then the values iceberg. Tom climbs the mountain as the values iceberg. Do I have to consider my values here? Yeah, my values in life are, I guess, the three that always come up to me when I'm running a workshop are love, and not just a romantic love, but a love of life, a love of adventure, a love of excitement, a love of change, a love of colour, a love of beauty, a love of mountains, love of beautiful. Yeah, so that's why I love to travel and love to do what I do, and I love to inspire others to do what they want to do with their lives. That excites me. Nothing excites me more than hearing of someone who has gone and done something and got such a buzz out of it. So values are really important. I value love, I value adventure, I value honesty, and I value peace, particularly personal peace. So I'm striving more for that and creating more for others. So will this help that? Yeah, I think so. If it keeps me peaceful and keeps me happy and keeps me calm, I'm better off for the people around me. So I need to consider their values and my values as well. Then the pause button. Do I need to stop every now and again? Well, that's what I'm doing here. I got to here and I realised I was going to be late back to the car. So do I just forge ahead and go ahead anyway and be really late back and be in trouble with the people who are waiting for me? Or do I consider that, I need to stop and think and adapt the plan, going back to AAA, and keep trust and faith with myself and others. Pause button. Then the what do you want girl. Do I talk about what I want? Do I talk about the trouble I'm going to have climbing this mountain or other mountains, or my mountains in the year, or things that are going to go wrong with my life? Because they will, as all human beings, so things will go off track. Do I focus on them, or do I focus on my goals and the things I want in my life? And that's what the What Do You Want Girl is all about. Very simple explanation is that talk about what you want, not what you don't want. Talk about where you want to go, maybe more than where you've been. Talk about what you want to feel and what you want to think and what you want to have personally in your future. That's about the What Do You Want Girl is all about moving forward. And it's about Vista, really, about setting the vision of what I want, not the vision of what I don't want. And I almost forgot my own models now. But the what for feedback. Do I need to give myself feedback on the way? So it's self-feedback. What happened? Well, what happened was I got to here and I realised it was getting cold, it's getting late, I should get back. What happened next? Well, what happened next was the result of me thinking that was that I stopped and we were shooting this video. I'm actually getting a bit anxious now. I should be getting back. I'm running a bit late. So that's what also a result of stopping and pausing. So what happened? What happened next? What now? Well, I'm going to finish this video and head back down the hill. And what for? Because, going back, I want to keep faith with myself and others that I've set this goal and I don't want to upset anybody else, and I need to keep faith with the four selves and get the job done and make sure it's entertaining and make sure all the details are covered and keep the peace with everybody around me and myself. So what I'm trying to show you is that all the models are active all the time. It's not about sitting down and studying one. We don't sit in workshops and take the models apart. We just apply them. And we look at parts of our lives where we have applied them and have succeeded, and then project that into the future. So if I was successful then using the pause button, was it great when I shut up the other day and thought about what I was going to say? Would that be a good thing to do in the future? Well, yeah, if that produced the result I wanted. There's times to speak up, and there's times to shut up. So the pause button and the what do you want girl and the what for feedback all fit together here. So what happened? What happened next? What now? What for? Why am I going to do that? And there's always a motivating factor, which takes us back to WIFU, which also takes us back to accessible step in the AAA bridge. So almost there. What for? Feedback ladder, onto the mountain, Vista again. We need to revisit Vista, because when we get to the top of the mountain, or halfway up the mountain, as I've done this afternoon, we need to assess where we've gone. Did I reach the vision? Yeah, well, enough of it to make me feel good. Did it inspire me to get me here? Will it inspire me to do it again? Yeah, I want to come back. I want to get to the top. I didn't realise the track was so long here to the top. Does it inspire me to go on to Mount Everest later in the year, to Everest Base Camp? Yeah, because it's been 18 years since I've been there. So yeah, am I still fit enough to do that? And walking up here, yeah, I think I'm fit enough. So let's work on that. And specifically, I'd like to do another fitness things this year. I'd like to go back to the gym and back on my bike and maybe play some tennis, which I haven't done for a while, and certainly climb some more mountains. Maybe go up to Snowdon again. I've done that 3 times. Maybe I'll do it again to get myself fit. So as you can see, it's all about applying all the models all the time and doing the specifics, and make sure the time bound, make sure they're accessible every step of the way, and hopefully that's given you some insight as to how to use the 12 models. It doesn't only apply to mountains, it applies to making a cup of coffee, it applies to relationships, it applies to relationships with your partner or with your kids, it applies to relationships with the people you work with, the people you work for, it applies to your customers. You need to build trust with them. You need to set visions for them. Do you need to pause and think about it occasionally? Do you need to make agreements? You need to adapt them with customers. So it doesn't matter who you're working with, whether it's in the boardroom or it's on the golf course. All the models apply all the time. So thanks very much. I hope that was useful in some way, and I'll see you on another Tom Tail video. Thanks. Bye.